Jake Paul and Mike Tyson had an epic showdown in the ring, and right after the fight, they went to the press conference. This fight was the biggest fight for not just the fighters, but the viewers as well. In his pre-fight comments, Jake Paul expressed his desire for Mike Tyson to bring his fiercest and most intense side into the ring. He wasn't looking for an easy match. Instead, he saw out the most challenging version of Tyson.
No, I fear no man, so I want him to be that old savage Mike. He says he's gonna kill me. Is that what you're gonna do, Mike? Because I'm ready. I want that killer. I want the hardest match possible Friday night, and I want there to be no excuses from everyone at home when.
Jake Paul, referencing the infamous moment from the Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson fight, used humor to address his upcoming match with Tyson by mentioning protective ear covers. He alluded to Tyson's past incident without directly challenging him, showing a mix of respect and lightheartedness.
He just asked that.
I'm not getting my bit off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked.
Jake Paul has set the stage for an intense fight, predicting a quick and brutal conclusion. His word suggested that with both fighters known for their power, the match would likely end in a knockout rather than going the distance.
No, someone's getting put to sleep. It's going to be a war, and we're both heavy hitters. It's not going the full 16 minutes.
In a heated moment, Mike Tyson expressed his intense determination not to lose the fight, responding sharply to the notion of potential defeat. Tyson's reaction underscored his mindset and competitive spirit as he conveyed that for him, losing was simply not an option.
And what would you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not gonna lose.
But just you say that in the last minute of the second
I am
countdown.
not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Tyson, a legendary figure known for his devastating power and intense fighting style, dominated the heavyweight division in the late 80s and early 90s. His iconic career boasts a record of 50 wins, 6 losses, and 44 knockouts, many of which came within the first few rounds. When a fan asked Mike Tyson if he could share a positive comment about his opponent, Tyson responded with a reserved, thoughtful answer. However, when the same question was directed to Jake Paul, he took the opportunity to mix humor with confidence, suggesting that Tyson's best moment would be looking good from the canvas while he stands victorious.
Thought there was enough negativity in the world, so we were curious if you had something nice to say about one another.
Well,
I'm getting booed? Wow.
Anything come to mind, Jake?
Well, I think he's going to look good in the picture when he's on the canvas and I'm standing over.
Mike always talked less and did more in the ring. He was the one who always believed in performing and not talking. Again, we got a puncher from Jake Paul. Jake Paul addressed the hype surrounding his fight with Mike Tyson, noting the contrast between the intense talk online and Tyson's demeanor in person. He seemed to imply that the online buildup didn't quite match the real-life tension he expected, expressing some disappointment at the lack of intensity face-to-face.
There's a lot of talk online saying you're going to kill me, and it just nothing in person. It's, I don't know. It's pretty boring, pretty boring.
Known as Iron Mike, he earned a reputation as one of the most feared fighters of all time, leaving his opponents and fans in awe of his raw power and aggression. Right at the press conference, a poll was held among the fighters on the events card, with most casting their votes in favor of Mike Tyson. This majority support reflected Tyson's long-standing reputation and the respect he commands in the boxing world. The voting suggested that many fighters believe Tyson's experience and power could prove decisive, adding extra intrigue to the showdown.
The baddest man on the planet. I am Mike Tyson.
All right, that's 1-0. What about you, Lucas?
Jake Paul.
All right, 1-1. Shadeja.
Jake Paul.
All right, 2-1. Niraj.
Mike Tyson.
2-2. Mario.
Iron Mike.
3-2 for Mike. Amanda.
Come on, Jake Paul.
All right, 3-3. Katie.
You can never bet against a legend, Mike Tyson.
4-3, Mike. Abel.
Tyson.
5-3, Mike. Winderson.
Tyson.
6-3, Mike. Melinda.
Tyson.
7-3, Mike.
Mike Tyson.
8-3, Mike.
Jake Paul, offended and frustrated for getting this much disrespect, went to the other fighters at the card and offered them a bet. He made $1 million deal with one fighter.
I love it. I love it. You know, hey, when I see dumb people saying dumb predictions, I just feel bad for them. So at the end of the day, who wants to bet on it, huh? Does anyone want to bet on it? I'm shaking hands. So how much we want to bet on this? You said, Mike, how much you want to bet?
good, man.
He said he's good. That's what I thought, bitch. How much you want to bet?
Mike Tyson.
How much?
How much you?
How much? As much as you're willing to lose, brother.
So okay. So I'll give you my property
How
in
much?
India.
How much?
My property is like more than 1 million. I'll give you. Deal.
Jake Paul approached Lucas with a bold proposal offering him $1 million dual bet on the outcome of the fight. With Mike Tyson, their conversation quickly escalated into a heated exchange of verbal jabs, each fighter displaying confidence in their predictions.
How much you want to bet?
How much you want to lose?
Bro, the time I spent taking a shit is how much you make in your whole life, buddy. Shut the How much you want to lose?
Whatever.
$1 million, deal. We got 1 million here, 1 million here.
Okay.
Come on.
Tyson retired from professional boxing in 2005, but has since returned to the ring for exhibitions, showing glimpses of his former speed and strength. Referring to the internet debates and most pros hyping Mike Tyson, Jake Paul addressed the idea that his opponent might be trying to use psychological tactics to unsettle him. He expressed confidence that these efforts wouldn't affect his focus or the fight's outcome, maintaining that his mindset remained strong.
Do you think these are mind games?
I don't know, man. It's not working, whatever these games are. It's not going to change the result of what happens.
His taunt underscored his confidence as he demanded they put a specific amount on the line. With an air of sarcasm, he threw out numbers ranging from $1 million to just $20, making it clear he was ready to bet big or small to prove his point.
You guys want to fucking do this? Put your money where your mouth is. How much money? Exactly. How much money?
I didn't speak English.
Exactly. How much money? A ring. Deal. Let's go. I'm following up on all this. $1 million? $1 million? $20. $20 right here.
Hey! He boldly invited her to bet as much as she wanted, asserting his certainty of victory with unwavering confidence. When the idea of betting his fight purse came up, he didn't hesitate, fully embracing the high-stakes challenge. With a final touch of bravado, Jake hinted at making things official by sending out contracts showing he was all in on his confidence.
Oh, no.
I forgot Katie Taylor back here. How much you want to bet?
How much do you want to bet?
As much as you want. I'm not losing. No shot in hell.
Well, do you want to bet your purse?
Yeah, let's bet the purse.
Oh, my
Deal.
dear. Well played. Well played.
And I'm sending out contracts too.
Jake Paul comes from a different background, entirely originally a YouTube personality. Paul transitioned into boxing and has since taken the sport by storm, albeit amid controversy. Unlike Tyson, Paul entered the sport with no formal boxing background, yet he has managed to amass a record that now stands at 6 wins and 1 loss with 4 knockouts. Stitch Duran acknowledged Jake Paul as a skilled marketer who understands how to captivate audiences, having worked on multiple events involving both Jake and Logan. Paul Stitch commended Jake for his contributions to the sport and his positive impact on the industry.
Jake Paul's a master of marketing. Good kid. I've done 3 or 4 events with. I did Logan Paul with KSI. I did Anson Gibb when he fought Jake Paul, and of course Nate with Jake. So they're good at what they do. They're good for the industry. You know, they give back. That's the problem. No, not the problem. That's the good thing with it. You know. But I'd love to talk to him about really helping change the.
Stitch Duran, who has known Mike Tyson since before his iconic tattoos, shared his amazement at Tyson's impressive transformation and preparation, having trained in the same gym as Tyson in the past. Stitch witnessed the intensity Tyson brought to his workouts in his prime, reflecting on his recent visit to Tyson's gym with Amir Abdullah. Stitch expressed surprise at the incredible shape Tyson was in.
Yes, because I've known Mike before he got his tattoos. I've been in Vegas 29 years, right? And we used to train at the same gym, and so I used to see the intensity of training he had then, right? Well, the first time me and Amir Abdullah went to go see him in the gym, I surprised the you know, Mike was way above a 58-year-old man in conditioning technique and diet. And then the last time I saw him, mentally he's prepared. So it's interesting to see a man make a transition like that at his.
He continued to praise Tyson's dedication, noting the impressive work ethic he's observed during training. He highlighted the skillful approach taken by Tyson's coaching team, who have refined his conditioning and technique, unlike the relentless, straightforward style Tyson was known for in his youth. Stitch noticed that Tyson now fights with a more calculated, strategic approach.
But I saw him work hard in the team that he had, conditioning and all that. Did a great job. And Rafael, the coach, I saw some of the videos, and it's a different technique that he's using. Now, instead of having just balls to the wall, now he's setting things up.
Tyson and Paul differ vastly, not only in experience, but in age and weight class. Tyson, who was 58 years old, would be stepping back into the ring at a much older age than the typical heavyweight fighter, Although still powerful, age inevitably affects stamina and reaction time, two crucial factors in. The ring Max Crosby expressed his admiration for Mike Tyson, acknowledging him as a legendary figure in the sport. However, he also voiced a note of concern about Tyson's age, hoping that the match would end safely for everyone involved. His words reflected a fan's excitement mixed with cautious optimism as he looked forward to the fight with Tyson's well-being in mind.
We'll see. You know, I'm a Mike Tyson fan, so he's a legend. So we'll see, but he's 58 years old. I just hope everything.
Despite this, Tyson's return to boxing exhibitions, including his 2020 bout against Roy Jones Jr., has shown that his legendary strength and technique remain intact. In terms of physical stats, Tyson has a reach of 71 in and fought at a prime weight of around 218 pounds, packing intense power in every punch. Tony Bellew humorously mocked Jake Paul with a sarcastic remark about his upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. He joked that if Paul ends up losing to Tyson, who is significantly older, his next opponent might as well be a great-grandfather. Bellew extended the humor by suggesting a fictitious opponent named Norman, a 107-year-old with new hips, ready to take on Jake.
Quite lucky, hopefully he loses to a grandfather on Friday night. And then what's the next step? I'm thinking a great-grandfather. We've got Norman here. He's a great-grandfather, he's 107. He's got two new hips. And he's ready to rock and roll. Norman's ready, so I'm just thinking that's the most plausible option.
I'm ready.
If he can't take on a grandfather, why not take on a great-grandfather who's champion?
Tony Bellew continued his lighthearted mockery of Jake Paul, joking that Paul would never fight him because he still got a pulse, implying Jake's opponents are far past their prime. Bellew sarcastically suggested that Jake's next logical opponent should be Norman, a fictional 107-year-old great-grandfather with 20 great-grandchildren, whom Bellew humorously described as ready for a fight.
Come on, he's not going to fight me. I've still got a pulse. Don't be ridiculous. It's not about me. I want to fight Norman, the champion of the Kero. Great-grandfather. If he's fighting a grandfather in my...
Tony Bellew shared his admiration for Mike Tyson, calling him a personal hero and an inspiration in his boxing journey. He credited Tyson as one of the driving forces behind his own success, noting the profound impact Tyson has had on him and countless others in the sport. Bellew expressed deep respect, recognizing Tyson as an icon alongside fellow boxing legends Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, whose influence on the boxing world he believes to be unparalleled.
Mike Tyson's my hero. Mike Tyson's my idol. Mike Tyson's one of the reasons I've actually won a world title in boxing. So all I have is love and respect and for Mike Tyson. He's inspired a generation. He's inspired an era. He's inspired everyone. There's three boxing legends on that stage today: Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, and the icon that is Mike Tyson.
Paul at 27 brings youth and a longer reach of 76, and along with a height advantage, typically fighting in the cruiserweight division. He has weighed in at around 190 lbs in recent fights, meaning Tyson would likely have a slight weight advantage in a post-press conference discussion. Gareth Davies and Oliver Spencer analyzed the contrasting demeanors of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. They observed that Tyson, known for his past aggressive rhetoric, notably refrained from provocative statements, signaling a shift from his earlier persona. This silence suggested Tyson's preference to let his performance in the ring speak for itself. In contrast, Jake Paul actively engaged in promotional tactics, including proposing bets to undercard fighters.
The way that he talks, Mike Tyson is a man of few words and a man
And Jake
of actions.
Paul's got no children, so he couldn't say, I'm going to eat your children. That era's gone, isn't it?
That era's gone from Mike Tyson a long time ago. And I think what we saw there was Mike Tyson being silent and saying, listen, let's get it on. Let's see what happens in the ring. Jake Paul was doing a good job of trying to promote. He went around actually and bet with all the fighters on the undercard. He asked each and every one of them, because I think the score was 8-3, is that right? 8-3?
While Paul lacks the decades of experience Tyson holds, he has youth energy and the benefit of a rigorous training regimen under professional trainers, including some high-profile coaches who have tailored his style to fit his strength. Gareth Davies and Oliver Spencer continued their conversation by expressing a split between head and heart in their predictions for the Tyson versus Paul fight, while Davies mentioned that he would bet on Jake Paul winning by a points decision. His loyalty and admiration remained with Mike Tyson. He described Tyson as a remarkable figure whose life and career have left a profound impact on millions worldwide.
My money is on a points decision for Jake Paul, but my heart is utterly with Mike Tyson. He's an extraordinary man. He's had an extraordinary life.
you feel for him when you look. He inspired you into boxing, didn't he? Let's be honest about it.
He did.
He was one of the heroes for you as a young man.
He inspired millions.
The fight, if it happens, would likely be set as an exhibition match given Tyson's age, and the weight class difference. Many fans and analysts speculate that it could end in a knockout given both fighters' reputations as heavy hitters. Mike Tyson's advisor, Air Abdullah, shared insight into Tyson's determination, explaining that despite any concerns he may have had, Tyson was resolute about accepting the fight. Abdullah noted that while his role is to offer guidance, his loyalty to Tyson means fully supporting his decisions. He expressed confidence in the team they've assembled, taking into account Tyson's age and life stage, and praised Tyson's relentless work ethic and preparation.
And when the deal got proposed to him, regardless of what my advice was, he said, we're going to take the fight. So, my job is to give advice, and then when Mike makes the decision, I back him up 100% regardless of what it is. And that's exactly what I'm doing. We put together, I think, the best team that you could possibly put together, given his age, given where he is in life, giving everything, and Mike's been busted. Come Friday, that's going to show.
Tyson's experience combined with his raw power could give him an edge, but Paul's reach, youth, and sheer confidence could present challenges for the former champion. However, he emphasized that Tyson was anything but typical. Abdullah noted that although his age and past health issues initially raised concerns in training camp, Tyson defied expectations by intensifying his training.
I hear the stuff. I hear the 58-year-old comments. I hear all of that. Well, Mike's not your normal 58-year-old. Mike's not the normal guy that you would be concerned about for, a lot of things in camp. That was an initial concern, especially after, the health concern with his ulcer and whatnot. But all he did is he just turned it up even more. And the way that he trains, the way that he's, moving, it's unbelievable. It really is. It's unprecedented. I've never seen, you just cut from a different cloth.
Both fighters have expressed a desire to prove themselves, with Tyson wanting to show he's still a force to be reckoned with, and Paul aiming to establish himself as more than a YouTuber in the ring. Abdullah emphasized that if Tyson manages to land a punch on Jake Paul, whether a full clean hit or even a glancing blow, it would likely do significant damage. Abdullah suggested that Tyson's experience and remaining power would be crucial factors, making this fight potentially very challenging for Paul.
The power that he throws, power is always the last thing to go. If he clips Jake and he clips him clean, I don't even think he has to clip him clean. He's going to hurt him. And there's going to be a lot to be said about, different experience like that.
Boxing legend Andre Ward was very optimistic about the fight. Regardless of the age difference, Ward believes Tyson is slowly but surely returning to the form that once made him one of boxing's most feared champions.
So I know he's 58, but after I talked to him, he had me feeling good about the situation. He said it's like when Larry Holmes fought Ali or Trevor Burbick fought Ali. He said, but the difference between us, they didn't prepare like I prepared, brother.
Okay.
I said, Mike, you talking that talk. He said they didn't prepare. They didn't deserve it like I deserve it.
Okay.
Discussing his plans to attend the fight, Ward pointed out that while a comeback for an average 58-year-old fighter might raise concerns, Tyson is no ordinary fighter. Ward highlighted that Tyson's unique experience and skill set him apart, making his age far less of an issue. Tyson, he believes, is well equipped to handle any challenge in the ring.
Mike is definitely, how old is Mike?
58 for the fight. He'll be 58. Yeah.
Andre, pleasure to meet you. Keep the Bay Area going, man.
Man, if it's any 58-year-old that I'm not going to be worried about, it's probably Mike Tyson. But he is 58. So he can't, that body don't respond right. The same to them punches, man. But I think it's a cool fight. I think it's a cool fight.
That's crazy.
Mike is looking good.
Come on, man.
I'm so happy for Mike, man, because Mike looks happy.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks happy. That makes me happy.
As this thrilling showdown between the legendary Mike Tyson and the bold Jake Paul is set, fans around the world are bracing for a clash of power, experience, and sheer willpower. Will Tyson's unmatched experience and power prevail, or will Paul's confidence and youth give him the edge? Don't miss a moment of the action. Subscribe, hit the bell for updates, and get ready for fight night.